Denmark is a Nordic country in northern Europe and is one of the three countries that make up the Kingdom of Denmark, together with Greenland and the Faroe Islands. Denmark itself consists of the Jutland Peninsula and hundreds of islands, although only a smaller number are permanently inhabited. The country is famous for its Viking heritage, royal history, advanced welfare system, beautiful coastline, cycling culture, clean cities, modern architecture, and high standard of living. Denmark has a long and fascinating history. The region was inhabited by Germanic peoples during ancient times, and Denmark became especially important during the Viking Age, roughly from the 8th to the 11th centuries. Danish Vikings traveled, traded, explored, and raided across large parts of Europe and the North Atlantic. One of the most important early Danish kings was Harald Bluetooth, who ruled during the 10th century and is traditionally associated with the Christianization of Denmark. The modern Bluetooth wireless technology was named after him because the technology was intended to connect different systems, similar to how Harald Bluetooth united parts of Scandinavia. During the Middle Ages, Denmark developed into a powerful Scandinavian kingdom. Danish kings controlled territories in parts of present-day Sweden, Norway, and northern Germany at different periods. In 1397, Denmark became the leading power in the Kalmar Union, which united Denmark, Norway, and Sweden under one monarch. Sweden eventually left the Union, while Denmark and Norway remained connected until 1814. Denmark was involved in several wars with Sweden and other European powers. Over the centuries, the Danish kingdom lost significant territories, including areas that are today part of Germany. In 1849, Denmark adopted a constitution and became a constitutional monarchy. The country remained neutral during much of the First World War but was occupied by Nazi Germany during the Second World War from 1940 until 1945. After World War II, Denmark became an important member of the international community. It joined NATO in 1949 and later became a member of the European Economic Community, the predecessor of the European Union, in 1973. Denmark remains an EU member but has retained its own currency, the Danish krone. Geographically, Denmark is located in northern Europe between the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. It has a land border with only one country, Germany, to the south. Denmark is connected to Sweden by the Øresund Bridge and other transport links, while Norway lies across the sea to the north. The country's location gives it major importance for maritime transportation between the North Sea and Baltic Sea. Denmark is relatively small compared with many European countries. Metropolitan Denmark covers approximately 43,000 square kilometers of land, excluding Greenland and the Faroe Islands, which are autonomous parts of the Kingdom of Denmark. The country has a very long coastline because of its many islands and irregular shores. Denmark is famous for its flat landscape, fertile farmland, sandy beaches, coastal areas, forests, lakes, and rolling countryside. It has no major high mountain ranges. The highest natural point is Malahoy, which is only about 171 meters above sea level, making Denmark one of Europe's flattest countries. Denmark has hundreds of islands, with Zealand, Funen, and the Jutland Peninsula being among the most important geographic areas. Zealand is home to Copenhagen, the country's capital. Funen is located between Zealand and Jutland and is known for its countryside and historic towns. Jutland makes up mainland Denmark and extends northward between the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. Denmark does not have many large rivers because of its relatively small size and flat terrain. Some important waterways include the Gudina River, which is the longest river in Denmark, running through central Jutland. Other notable rivers include the Skjern A, Stora, and Odense A. Denmark also has many small streams, lakes, wetlands, and coastal waterways. Denmark's population is approximately 6 million people. Most residents live in urban areas, particularly around Copenhagen and other major cities. The population is highly urbanized, and Denmark has a high standard of living, strong public services, and a modern economy. The official language is Danish. English is also widely understood and spoken, particularly among younger people and in business, tourism, education, and major cities. German is also spoken or understood in some southern areas near the German border. Denmark has communities speaking other languages because of immigration and international connections. The currency used in Denmark is the Danish krone, abbreviated DKK and commonly written as KR. 1 krone is divided into 100 ore. Denmark is a member of the European Union but does not use the euro as its official currency. The Danish krone is maintained at a very stable exchange rate against the euro through Denmark's exchange rate policy. Copenhagen is Denmark's capital and largest city. It is located on the eastern coast of Zealand and partly on the island of Amager, close to Sweden. Copenhagen is the country's political, economic, cultural, and transportation center. Famous attractions include Nyhavn, the Little Mermaid statue, Tivoli Gardens, Christiansborg Palace, Amalienborg Palace, and Rosenborg Castle. Copenhagen is also famous for bicycles, modern architecture, restaurants, design, shopping, and its waterfront. Aarhus is Denmark's second largest city and an important cultural and educational center. It is located on the eastern side of Jutland and is home to Aarhus University. The city has museums, historic neighborhoods, restaurants, shopping streets, and a lively waterfront. Odense is one of Denmark's most famous historic cities and is located on Funen. It is particularly famous as the birthplace of Hans Christian Andersen, the celebrated Danish author who wrote fairy tales such as The Little Mermaid and The Ugly Duckling. Odense has museums, historic buildings, parks, and cultural attractions connected with Andersen. Aalborg is an important city in northern Jutland. It has a long history and is known for its waterfront, cultural institutions, architecture, restaurants, and university. Esbjerg is another important Danish city, located on the west coast of Jutland and historically important as a major port. Other notable cities include Roskilde, Vel, Randers, Horsens, Kolding, and Helsingør. Denmark has a well-developed airport network. Copenhagen Airport is the country's largest and most important international airport. It is located at Kastrup near Copenhagen and is a major Scandinavian aviation hub, serving destinations throughout Europe and international routes. Billund Airport is another major international airport, particularly important for central and western Jutland and famous for its proximity to the original LEGO headquarters and Legoland Billund. Aalborg Airport serves northern Jutland, while Aarhus Airport serves the Aarhus region. Smaller airports also operate around the country. Religion has played an important role in Danish history. Christianity became established in Denmark during the Viking period, particularly during the reign of Harald Bluetooth. Today, the Evangelical Lutheran Church of Denmark, known as the Church of Denmark, is the country's national church. A large portion of the population has a cultural or historical connection to Christianity, although Denmark is considered a highly secular society. People are generally free to practice different religions, and Denmark also has Muslim, Catholic, Jewish, Buddhist, Hindu, and other religious communities. Many Danes do not regularly attend religious services. Sports are an important part of Danish life. Football is one of the most popular sports, and the Denmark national football team has a strong history in European football. Denmark famously won the UEFA European Championship in 1992. The country has produced internationally recognized football players, including Michael Laudrup, Peter Schmeichel, and Christian Eriksen. Handball is particularly popular in Denmark, and Danish men's and women's national teams have achieved major international success. Cycling is also extremely popular, both as everyday transportation and as a competitive sport. Denmark has produced successful professional cyclists and has a strong cycling culture, especially in Copenhagen. Denmark also has a strong tradition in badminton, tennis, sailing, rowing, swimming, athletics, and gymnastics. The country participates actively in the Olympic Games and has won medals in many different sports. Danish food is strongly influenced by the country's farming, fishing, and coastal traditions. One of the most famous Danish foods is smørrebrød, an open-faced sandwich traditionally made with rye bread and topped with ingredients such as fish, meat, cheese, eggs, vegetables, or spreads. It is one of the foods most closely associated with Danish cuisine. Frikadelle are traditional Danish meatballs, usually made from minced pork, beef, or a mixture of meats. They are commonly served with potatoes, vegetables, gravy, or other traditional side dishes. Stegt flæsk is another famous Danish dish consisting of crispy fried pork belly, traditionally served with potatoes and parsley sauce. It is considered one of Denmark's classic national dishes. Denmark is also famous for pastries, especially Danish pastries, which are known internationally simply as Danishes. In Denmark, these pastries are generally called wienerbrød, meaning Viennese bread. They come in many varieties and may contain custard, fruit, cinnamon, cream, or other fillings. Seafood is naturally important because Denmark is surrounded by water. Herring, salmon, cod, shrimp, and other fish are commonly eaten. Danish cuisine also includes pork, beef, potatoes, rye bread, dairy products, cheese, sausages, and seasonal vegetables. Denmark is also famous internationally for its food culture and modern cuisine. Copenhagen has become one of Europe's major gastronomic destinations, with restaurants emphasizing Nordic ingredients, seasonal foods, seafood, vegetables, fermentation, and innovative cooking techniques. The country has played an important role in the development of modern New Nordic cuisine.